Morning. Welcome back to the Insomniacs Workshop. Bienvenidos a toda la canalla. Estamos aquí otra vez para discutir. The idea for today, the quote, once again, who knows where this came from. It was not attributed, but it says, and this is a pretty good one. It's both contemporary and timeless, you could say. A law that cannot or won't be obeyed by the majority is ineffective. It seems pretty reasonable, right? It is. And that's a lot of laws like that. Laws are static, fairly static. They're put in place with precedents. They're obeyed or not obeyed. They're enforced or not enforced. But they're in place and can be used by the judiciary when the judiciary decides they need to be implemented, okay? They have that leeway whether they want to enforce a law or not. This is partially, there's a lot of reasons for that. It could be for cultural manipulation, guiding the populace to act in a certain way. Because you can't change laws every day, but you can enforce them to your own advantage or disadvantage, okay? Okay, well, let me give you some examples of laws that fall in this category. I've put down 1, 2, 3, just 4 general ones, and these are the ones that affect me locally here in Texas. So this is my view and what I see on the news and worldwide news. So it may affect you differently, but these are general categories. Number 1, traffic issues. Again, this is a lot by what I see in my community, okay? But I assume it's most places. Red lights, they're really becoming problematic here. People are not obeying them. It's like we have these situations where you have this straight ahead, okay? You're going straight ahead, you have your red, green, and yellow light, okay? And you can either go straight with that or you have your arrow to turn to the left, okay? That's generally the configuration of a four-way stop, okay? So when you get the green light to go straight, theoretically the guys that are finishing or making it cross your lane, making their left-hand turns, okay? They get the blinking yellow, they're supposed to start stopping, but they've become, during the past 4 or 5 years, they're not stopping. It's always like, well, this guy ahead of me turned left on the arrow, yellow, and it's just turning red right before I hit the intersection. So if I go real close fast, I can make it. Okay, well that just means the other people have to that are getting the green light to go straight. They have the green light, but they have to wait. It's potentially dangerous because if they're on their cell phone and they're not paying attention, they can see the green light and they're not looking. They just hit the gas and you got a T-bone. Once again, those laws are not being enforced. You just have to be prudent and watch yourself. I don't know why they're not being enforced. It's a money grab for the city, but they're not doing it. Cell phones, same thing. School buses. I live 1 mile from a educational campus where there's 3 schools, elementary, junior high, and high school. School buses are crazy through here, of course, you can imagine. They speed through my neighborhood. It's supposed to be 25, they do 35, okay? So, elementary school bus drivers on cell phones while they're driving. That's not enforced in the school zone even. So I don't know, I don't understand. Copyright infringement is another topic, okay? As a freelance writer, I've been seeing more and more of this. As the internet grows, you can't enforce it. Images, people make memes out of everybody's images. Those are all copyrighted. Text, such as articles. I was a freelance writer for a long time. I still am. I don't do as much business, obviously, because, it's just totally out of control. Everybody, scrapes your content and resells it. You just lose money, and you can't keep clients when not everything's free, okay? That's an issue. Fireworks, it's another issue here. They just fought really hard in my community here to get fireworks, okay? So, the average citizen, can do it in public, in their yard, in the street, or whatever. That's fine, okay? They did certain hours. You get this, here's your concession. You have certain hours. You can't go after midnight, or maybe they give you leeway until 1 o'clock if it's New Year's Eve. But that's it, Well, nobody pays attention to that. They leave their crap out there. They, blah 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 blah. But the issue is people with dogs that freak out. We have a lot of veterans here with PTSD. They're just their nerves are jangling, because this crap's going off, bang 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 all over the place, and these people don't care. They're like, they'll tell you to your face, "Thank you for your service," but when it comes to scaring you with my fireworks, hey, don't intrude. All right. Anyhow, here's another one. Gambling. You can't enforce gambling. You can mess around with people like Pete Rose, and because he's a high profile, keep him out of the Hall of Fame. But you can't mess with a general person. Gambling with money. It's too prevalent. It's too hard to control. Okay. So anyhow, those are some laws that just don't work out, and they're not enforced very much. And when they are, it's arbitrary. So what can you do? Well, it's all a moral decision. Do you want to follow the law? Sometimes it's necessary with traffic laws. You have to save your own butt, protection. Sometimes it's ethical. Where do you personally stand from a moral point of view in your society? Do you think you have an obligation to do these things? Copyright infringement? You're messing with my income now. Well, I can't control it. That's up to you. Same thing with the fireworks. You can have some compassion for the veterans and people with dogs and little children that that have to go to school the next day, or not? Or is it all about you? Anyway, those are just some things to consider. I just want people to start thinking about what's inside here, and up here. Use it up here, Have a little compassion. Be nice, but don't be a pushover. Watch yourself. Don't be an anarchist. Don't be an anarchist. Libertarian's good. Anarchy bad. See ya. Bye.